Hi, this is Crystal with Wellspring Oaks coming to you from Francis Mystic Supplies. And we are continuing our series on connection with the lunar cycle. Today is the full moon message. Last week was the waxing moon, where we were supposed to set our intentions and adjusting what our intention should be to help accomplish our goals. Well, the full moon is about harvesting our intentions. The full moon this week is starting tonight, the 27th, and this is Wednesday, and it's going to go all the way to Saturday. Typically in the morning is when the full moon ends, but you could still celebrate the full moon until that evening. And when I say harvest the intentions, is what have you been planting in your spirit and out into the world, and what have you been working towards? And I'm not saying that you're going to get major harvesting of things big. These are small intentions. This is a time to start acknowledging the steps that you are making and realizing that yes, you are making progress. Yesterday it came to my attention that some people look at the full moon as a time of bad luck. Well, what have you been sowing into the world? If you are constantly angry and bitter and you are bad-mouthing yourself and others, you hate the world, things of that nature, well, you sow what you reap. If you are planting poison oak into the ground, you cannot expect a apple tree when it grows full form. So you sow what you reap. This is a time to acknowledge that there are times to adjust your life and the way you think. So if you are constantly having bad luck and things are bad happening, I suggest you start looking and seeing what you're doing during the last 2 weeks or so, or farther. Now, if you don't remember what you did the last 2 weeks, like I do sometimes, I forget what I ate for dinner last night. Start journaling. This is a new year. This is a new time, a time that you could start new things. So start journaling your moods and how you've been feeling and what you can do to start adjusting your life. Now, not only is it time to start harvesting your intentions, it's also a time to be grateful for the things that has been happening, grateful for your movement forward, making steps in the right direction, celebrating what you have done and what you have received, and being grateful. Also, this month is the wolf moon, full moon. What that means is we could start learning from how the moon the wolf communicates and how they live their life. The wolf is a pack animal. They are very into social communication. And what you could learn from that is to communicate with your pack, whether it's your family or friends or who you surround yourself with. If you're having trouble with your life, if you're needing help with your home or finances, or you're emotionally troubled, seek out your loved ones, your pack, to find solutions on how to overcome those times. Also, It is a good time to honor your traditions and your ancestors and your heritage. If you don't know what that is, you could start looking into that. If you do, don't forget to honor them. I know as being an American, we tend to forget what our heritage is. So like I've said before, this is the new year of 2021. Start seeking out your heritage, whether that is spiritual, genetic, or just maybe you have people that have really done an impact in your life, whether that is from books, or friends or mentors. Start honoring them and just honor your traditions and your past. Also, we could learn from the wolf is your expressions. I know that I have had times that people would think that I'm one way when I'm totally different, and it could be the way that I expressed myself. And what I mean by that is wolves, they are highly expressive. They howl to the moon. They communicate to one another. If a beta or omega of the pack is disrespectful towards the alpha just has to look at them or growl at them a certain way to get them in line. Well, what are you doing to express yourself? What are you doing to portray authority or power within your life? If you're being run over all the time, if you have been a doormat, what are you doing to express yourself to make people think that you're a doormat? You might want to look in the mirror and be objective. Don't criticize yourself, but look at yourself and start doing your normal expressions and see how you are expressing yourself. Also, the opposite. Me, I have been the opposite. People always thought that I was this mean person. Well, I am not. I am not very mean. And it could be by the way that I've been expressing myself for a long time. So what are you doing to show that you are approachable? What are you doing to show that you are accepting of other people? So learn from the wolf and learn that you need to really acknowledge that the way you express yourself is how people will see you, and is it the way that that you want them to look at you. And finally, what you could learn from the wolf is resourcefulness. They are highly resourceful in what they could do to take care of their pack and how they could feed, especially it being January. This is winter time. I know here in Texas it doesn't really feel like that much, but normally where the wolves are at is in northern America, where it's really, really cold and snowy and food is at the minimum. And they are resourceful in what they could do to eat. So we need to learn how to be resourceful and how to accomplish our goals. It doesn't matter what your goals are, you need to learn how to be resourceful and use what is available at that moment. You don't have to have a lot of money. Just use what you got. And eventually you'll get to the point where you could use more tools to accomplish your goals. So in essence, be creative. Now, I have already pulled cards before this video started to do a message for what we need to receive from this full moon. The spread is, it's a 3-card spread as I normally do. This time I pulled both Oracle and Tarot. The first card I'm going to turn over is the Oracle. And, the Oracle is forgiveness. And of course, as always, I will show the cards on either here or here. Forgiveness. So right now it looks like the full moon is telling us that we need to learn how to forgive. That forgiveness is trying to wave its face in front of our face, wave in front of our face, telling us, hey, there is something or someone in your life that you need to learn how to forgive. You're trying to suppress it, and it needs to be done. And forgiveness is the only way to actually move forward in your path, especially if one of your goals in life is to go forward in your spiritual journey. And no matter what spiritual path you walk on, forgiveness is one of the main things, because it could hinder you from connection to your higher beings. And it looks like also the tarot card that we pulled is the Emperor. Now, I have a hard time with the Emperor. But Emperor is about authority and strength. And sometimes the authority can be quite scary. If you look at what he looks like, he's not approachable. But he is the Emperor, which means you have to go to him to find your resources or what you need to move forward. And so what is being hidden is that you need to realize that you need to forgive the authority figures in your life, whether that is your parents or your boss or the government, what we've been going through here in America. You need to learn how to forgive them so that you can move forward in your walk. Now, the next is what you need to release, whatever it is that is not working. And well, we got a transformation as an oracle. Maybe you're wanting to transform into something that is not going to work. You're wanting to be one thing, and that whatever it is that you're wanting to change into is not a goal that is going to work for you right now. That could be wanting to go in one job, career, wanting to go into a career that is not suitable for your skills. And also we got Queen of Cups, and Cups is all about emotions. And it could be either suppression of emotions or way too much. And from what I could see on this Queen of Cups is like, she is no nonsense. She is well attuned to her emotions, but she's not going to let it control her. So what you need to do is to allow your emotions to come to the forefront. You need to get rid of that wall. It's possible that you've been suppressing your emotions. You're not wanting to feel them, maybe because in the past you have it hurt too much. It controlled you too much, and you just didn't know how to deal with it. So now is the time to allow your emotions to come to the forefront, maybe because you've grown more since the last time you allowed yourself to feel them. Maybe the transformation card is telling you to allow yourself to feel them because you have transformed into somebody different, and it's now okay to feel those emotions. So it's time for you to start processing them. And because you have a greater understanding of your past, you have a greater understanding of who you are, and now is the time to move forward. Finally, we're going to go to what you need to allow to emerge or grow so that you could transform. And Well, we got going forward. You could see in the picture that it is a path between two trees going out into the distance. And you could also see that behind one of the trees is the sun. So now is the time to take the journey that you've been wanting to take, whether that is a spiritual journey, whether that's an emotional journey. You need to allow yourself to move forward and grow. Being emotionally stunted is not a very productive way of living. Life is about learning and growing and changing and pruning away those that do not work for you. So you need to move forward, whatever it is that you have been dealing with. You need to let it go. You need to learn how to process it and get past it so that you could reap your rewards towards during and at the end of your journey. And finally, we got the Four of Pentacles again, and he's hoarding his resources. It could be that he is trying to tell you that it is time to stop giving too much of yourself. I know that there are a lot of people that have no way of, or don't know how to say no. It's okay to say no. If you are one of those type of people that is constantly being pulled in 4 or 5 different directions because you just want to help people, you just want to, if you're a people pleaser, it is okay to say no. Start hoarding some of yourself. Start finding a balance between what you want to do and what you need to do. And sometimes what you need to do is say no. Really, it's okay. Because what matters most is your mental and emotional well-being. And if what you're doing, you're wanting to help and please people, is actually hurting you, then this is not healthy. So maybe the Four of Pentacles are telling you to start allowing yourself to transform into a person that realizes that your time matters and you need to find balance. We need to take away from this is that it is okay to feel your emotions. It's okay to allow yourself to transform into a different person. That's what life is all about. We need to forgive those that are in authority, and we need to learn how to move forward in life. Now, the full moon, this is a great time of doing spells because it is very powerful. You could do spells for healing and protection. Also, it's a good time to do divination. If you do tarot card readings, as I do, you could start, this is a good time to actually see what's good for the next month and what you should set your intentions for, and what you should reflect on. Next week is all about reflecting and doing internal work. So now is a time to start looking into that and what you should do. Also, it's a good time to raise awareness. Take some time to meditate tonight or the next few days. Get a candle, go outside if it's decent weather, and look at the moon and start meditating. Get in touch with the moon, get in touch with the local spirits that you might, like the tree. I have a tree in the backyard that I still need to get in contact with, and just appreciating my surroundings and learning more about myself and that around me. So that's our message for today. I hope this has been helpful for you. This video will be both on YouTube, on Facebook, and also Instagram. If you're watching this on YouTube, please make sure you like and subscribe so you can get more videos like this. If you're on Facebook, message me and we could see about getting personalized messages for you to see if we could find a path that will bring more healing to you. I hope that, again, I hope this was helpful for you too, and I will talk to you next week.